Welcome to the English for You 2 channel.
On Sunday morning, Lucas and his father decided to go for a bike ride in the park. Before they left home, they checked the bikes, filled the water bottles, and wore helmets. They rode along quiet paths surrounded by trees and listened to birds singing. After riding for an hour, they stopped to rest and eat sandwiches they had brought from home. At the end of the morning, Lucas thanked his father for the enjoyable day. Julia was working on an important project for school when her computer suddenly stopped working. She tried to restart it several times, but the screen stayed black. Julia called her older brother, who knows a lot about computers, to ask for help. He came to her room, checked the cables, and managed to fix the problem in a few minutes. Julia was very grateful and promised to save her work more often in the future. Daniel and some friends planned a barbecue to celebrate the end of their exams. Each person brought something. One brought meat, another brought drinks, and someone else brought salad. They started the barbecue in the backyard and chatted while waiting for the food to be ready. Everyone enjoyed delicious food and played music, singing their favorite songs together. At the end of the night, they took a group photo to remember that special day. Mariana noticed a toothache that wouldn't go away and told her mother about it. Her mother scheduled an appointment with the family dentist for the next afternoon. At the dentist's office, Mariana explained her pain, and the dentist examined her carefully. The dentist found a small problem and quickly fixed it, making sure Mariana felt comfortable. Mariana was relieved and promised to brush her teeth more carefully every day. Andrea wanted to buy a birthday present for her best friend, who loves art and drawing. She looked in several shops before finding a box of colorful pencils and a sketchbook. Andrea wrapped the gifts in bright paper and wrote a nice card with a message. At the party, her friend was very happy and thanked Andrea for the thoughtful gift. They spent the afternoon drawing together and laughing about old memories. One afternoon, Pedro found a letter in the mailbox from his cousin who lives in another city. He was surprised and excited to read news about his cousin's new school and friends. Pedro decided to write back, telling his cousin about his favorite classes and recent adventures. His cousin included a photo of the two of them together in her letter, which made Pedro smile. Pedro put the letter and the photo in a special box to keep as a memory. Sophia called her friends on Friday night to talk about what they wanted to do over the weekend. They discussed many ideas, like going to the movies, visiting a park, or having a sleepover. Finally, they agreed to meet at Sophia's house to watch films and bake cookies together. On Saturday afternoon, each girl brought her favorite film and some ingredients for the cookies. They had a wonderful time, laughing, watching movies, and eating the cookies they made. On Saturday morning, Lucas and his little sister went to visit their grandparents in the countryside. After lunch, their grandfather showed them how to grow vegetables in the garden. Their grandmother had baked a chocolate cake and welcomed them with warm hugs. The children helped picking tomatoes and carrots, feeling proud of their work. In the evening, everyone sat together listening to stories from the grandparents' youth. Last Sunday, Carla and her friends spent the whole day at the amusement park. They rode the roller coaster and screamed with excitement during the fastest turns. After the rides, they ate popcorn and played games to win stuffed animals. Carla won a big teddy bear and took a lot of photos with her friends. At sunset, they watched the fireworks together, ending a perfect day. When Marcos woke up feeling sick and with a fever, his mother called the doctor. The doctor asked them to come to the clinic for an examination in the afternoon. Marcos rested, drank lots of water, and waited to feel a little better. At the clinic, the doctor checked his throat, gave him medicine, and explained what to do. After a few days of care, Marcos recovered and returned to his normal routine. On Saturday morning, Anna decided to clean and organize her room before going out. She started by putting all her clothes in the closet and folding them neatly. Then, she threw away old papers and organized her books on the shelves. She even found some lost toys and favorite pictures she thought were gone. When her mother saw the tidy room, she hugged Anna and said she was very proud. On Sunday, Diego and his family went to a traditional restaurant for lunch. The waiter was friendly and recommended the house specialty to them. While waiting for the food, Diego and his sister drew pictures on paper napkins. Everyone shared different dishes and tasted a little of everything. The family left the restaurant happy, already planning to return another day. Bianca and her classmates prepared a project about solar energy for the school science fair. They built a small model house that used solar panels to turn on a light. During the fair, many students visited their stand and asked questions about how it worked. Bianca explained to everyone that using solar energy helps protect the environment. At the end of the event, their group won a prize for creativity and teamwork. On Friday night, Lucas went to spend the night at his friend Ju's house. They watched a movie, ate popcorn, and stayed up late playing video games together. Before going to bed, the boys talked about school, sports, and their plans for the holidays. The next morning, Ju's mother made pancakes for breakfast, which was Lucas's favorite. Lucas thanked Ju and his family for the fun night and invited Ju to visit his house next time. Clara was chosen to play the piano at her school's end-of-year concert. She practiced every afternoon at home to make sure everything would go well. On the day of the concert, Clara wore a beautiful dress and her family sat in the first row. She felt nervous at first, but when she started to play, the music flowed perfectly. After her performance, everyone applauded her, and her teacher said she was very proud. During the school holidays, Anna and her family traveled to a beautiful beach town. They rented a small house near the sea, where they could hear the waves at night. Every morning, Anna and her brother swam in the ocean and played on the sand. In the afternoons, the family tried different types of seafood at local restaurants. On the last day, they watched a beautiful sunset together and took many photos to remember the trip. Pedro and his class went to visit the city aquarium for a school excursion. They were amazed to see giant turtles, colorful fish, and even sharks swimming behind the glass. A guide explained how aquariums help protect endangered sea animals. The children had fun touching starfish and sea urchins in a special pool. At the end of the visit, each student received a sticker with a drawing of their favorite sea animal. On her first day at a new school, Sophia felt a little nervous and shy. Her teacher introduced her to the class and asked everyone to help her feel welcome. A girl sitting next to Sophia invited her to sit together at lunch in the cafeteria. In the afternoon, Sophia joined a group project and made new friends while working together. By the end of the day, she was smiling and excited to go back to school the next morning. On Mother's Day, Luz and his sister woke up early to prepare breakfast for their parents. They made toast, fruit salad, and fresh juice to put on a tray. The children quietly walked into their parents' room and wished them a happy day. Their mother and father were surprised and very happy with the special breakfast. The family enjoyed eating together and talked about other ways to show love every day.